The body in cell 35 was a blackened, twisted thing, but it was smiling. It opens in the sterile concrete heart of a maximum security prison in South Africa, where the dead are meant to stay accounted for and the living are meant to stay caged. This is the dizzying, brazen tale of Thabo Bester, the Facebook rapist who vanished from his cell in a puff of smoke and she drove luxury cars, lived in a beautiful home, and was a doting mother. To the outside world, she was the picture of success. But somewhere along the line, the trajectory of this remarkable life curved violently towards a black hole named Thabo Bester. The first public act of their dark drama played out in the early hours of May 3, 2022. A fire alarm blared through B block at Macgong. Guards responding to cell 35 found it locked from the inside, filled with thick, acrid smoke. When they breached the door, they discovered a horrific scene, a corpse, so severely burned it was curled into a fetal position, lying on the floor beside a half-melted petrol container. The teeth were exposed in a grimace, a rictus grin that would become iconic. The scene pointed to a clear, tragic narrative. Thabo Bester, the infamous inmate, had committed suicide by setting himself alight. A pathologist performed an autopsy. The body was too damaged for visual identification, so DNA was taken from a bone sample and matched against a family member. That body in the cell. It belonged to a man named Thabo Bester, a 23-year-old who had died under mysterious circumstances, possibly from an overdose. Days before the fire, his body was stolen from a state morgue, likely with the help of a former security guard turned mortuary attendant. It was then smuggled into the prison past checkpoints, past guards, past every conceivable layer of security. The petrol was poured. The match was struck, and while Thabo Bester's body was burning, Thabo Bester, dressed as a guard or perhaps simply walking with a confidence that disarmed suspicion, strolled out of the gates of hell a free man. The DNA test that confirmed his death was a fraud. The sample was switched or falsified, a simple, devastating betrayal of science that required a collaborator on the inside. And where was Dr. Nandifa Magadumana in all this? She was the architect of the outside world. The brilliant doctor became a grave robber, a document forger, a financier. Bester, ever the chameleon, now went by the name Tom Matseep, a businessman. They drove a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, shopped at high-end malls, dined at expensive restaurants. The findings were explosive. The pathologist noted the deceased had blunt force trauma to the head before the fire injuries inconsistent with a suicide. Multiple arrests followed, the former guard accused of stealing the body, the G4S employees who looked the other way, the immigration official who processed the fake documents. The climax of this story is not a single gunshot or a dramatic confession. It is the ghost of Cat Lego Bearing, a man erased so completely that his body was made to tell another man's story, in a final, cruel act of theft. It is a reminder that the darkest crimes are not always about who gets taken from life, but sometimes about who is stolen from death itself.